Hey, so yesterday was my last day of orientation. We were able to, I had some lectures in the morning about how how to think, which was a very interesting lecture. The guy who gave it to us, he's the president of our program, and so he kind of discussed on how British learning things over here in Oxford, it differs quite a bit from learning over in the United States with how things are done and how kind of over here their purpose and the role of the program is to teach us how to think for ourselves and form our own ideas, and really that it's something that might be scary at first, but it's something to really embrace because it'll really help us in the long run. And then for lunch, during our lunch break, I met with my tutor for the first time, and that was a really fun meeting. My tutor is really nice, and I'm excited to work with him. We were able to discuss kind of our plan for the semester and how things are going to play out, and he was able to give me a few books to start my reading so we can get the tutorials started. And then after that, I went back to my orientation for a few last lectures on how to, about British customs and how things are a little bit different here and how to overcome those differences and just to know about the differences because things are different here. So like just different things to look out for. Some slang that I've learned that is different so far. Pygmy, that means like send me or give me the documents or give me something. They don't say like St. Mary's College, St. Peter's College, Christ Church College. They just say St. Mary's Christ Church. And so it's kind of like implied. So if they want to meet you at like somewhere in that college, they just tell you the location in the college and then the college. That took a little bit of getting used to. And then so it's kind of just a lot of me asking questions because if you search that thing in Google Maps, it doesn't necessarily show up. And so then afterwards we got to sit with some of the people in one of the 4 colleges that my program's associated with, and they discussed different things that might be helpful, like eating in hall and what eating in hall means and how it differs from informal and formal, because for eating in hall they have formal, which is like in robes and it's fancy, and then informal is just like you come in your regular clothes and stuff. They also talked about what a bop is, or party. Those are run by the colleges and the different programs in the university, so they have different bops or themed parties, which will be exciting. I also, after all of our orientation was done for today, I had to run over about 1.5 miles from my apartment to the sports pavilion for my college because I tried out for the rowing team, which was really fun. The girls are all really nice and the coach was very helpful. They kind of taught me the basics on rowing and how to row with proper form, and so I was able to do that. And then afterwards I kind of just sat and rowed by myself. We weren't out on the water yesterday, we kind of just rowed on the machines, so I was able to learn the proper form on the machines, and I did that for a little over an hour, and I rowed about 10,000 meters, which was a lot of fun. And then I kind of just came back and had a relaxing evening. Today I don't really have anything planned, which is weird and not normal for me, so I'm going to do some reading on what my professor gave me and get ready because tomorrow I have my first meeting with my second tutor, and we're going to start our game plan for next semester. So I'm going to get a little bit of background information with her so I can go in to our meeting tomorrow all prepared for the most part. So yeah, today I'm eating lunch in my college dining hall. So that's where they filmed the Harry Potter or Harry Potter Great Hall scene, so I'll be able to show you guys that. So yeah, that's the plan so far for today. So now that I've been in the UK for exactly a week, I wanted to do a little bit of a recap on not just what I've been doing or something like that, more of what has been challenging to me, what I've learned the most about being here, something I miss about home. So something that's been the hardest getting used to being here is, if I could say, the amount of transportation that's available. I say this as something that is like, the double-decker buses are very scary, but then they also have like regular buses, and then they have cars and bikes, and you walk. That's just been something difficult because it makes crossing the street very difficult, not only with the fact that there's transportation and there's big scary buses everywhere, but with the fact that you also have to remember which way to look because it's opposite here, or it's the right way here, or something, however you want to put it. So you have to really like pay attention to what you're doing and really like look to where like you were going so you don't get hit by said bus. So that's probably one of the hardest things that's been for me getting used to. Another thing that's been difficult being here is having the difficulty with time change on it still. Because I'm here, I'm 5 hours time difference away from everyone, my friends back in Tampa, and I'm 6 hours away from my friends and family in Missouri. And so that makes things a little bit difficult because when I want to go and talk to them, say like, oh, good morning, or like, hello, like, I hope your day's going well, because it's a normal time for me being here, it's still like 3 o'clock in the morning there, or like, it's still very early, or like whenever they want to call me and talk to me at night, it might be like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but then it's like 10, 11 o'clock here, and so that makes things a little bit difficult. But it's something that takes a little bit of getting used to, and drinking coffee to stay up late at night, because I love talking to you guys more than anything, so and it keeps me going, so I love it. So don't be afraid to call, just we gotta figure out time that works so it's not like, oh, I'm gonna call you at midnight even though it's 6 o'clock here or 7 o'clock here. Something that I miss about the United States right now, it's just familiarity. Everything's so different here in regards to like brand names, and there's no like Walmart anywhere where I can go and get absolutely everything. So that makes things a little bit more difficult when I want to go like get like blanket, or like get everything of like get like towels, laundry detergent, and food. You can't go and get those 3 things at one place. You might be able to get 2 of them at one place, but you can't get all 3 because the stores here are more specialized for different things. So like Primark is an example of like the clothing and home section of Walmart, and then like stores like Tesco and Sainsbury are like the grocery and like side of Walmart. And while those both do have like, they do have some supply of like school supplies and laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, bath stuff, they don't have as wide as a selection as like Walmart does. So that's been taking a little bit of getting used to. And another thing is the peanut butter is different here. Many of you know I like my peanut butter. So here, while there is peanut butter, it's a lot lighter in color, and like it tastes different because I guess they don't have as many bad things in it as the Americans put in their peanut butter. But it just makes things a little bit different. I mean, I could buy American brand peanut butter here, but in frame of reference, 1 pound, it costs a little over 1 pound for a jar of British peanut butter, but it costs about 5 pounds for a jar of American peanut butter. So for cost purposes, I'm going to stick to the British peanut butter because, yeah. Something I'm most grateful for being here is I like blanket scarves. I got this one from my mom before I left. She let me borrow it, and I absolutely love it because central heating isn't really a thing here. Like, they have these little personal units, but they don't have central heating, so that's kind of an issue with respects to it gets cold everywhere. And so I use my blanket scarf and like wrap it around me when I'm in buildings, and it just keeps me really warm. I'm also grateful for the internet because then I can talk to you, all of you guys, and it makes me happy to see how everything's going back home and to see all your guys' faces. And still be able to maintain contact with you all while I'm here. So that's it for this week. Yeah, bye.